So federal employees are just trying to do their jobs, help Americans, and live their lives in Trump's 2025 America. But President Musk, the unelected president, is here harassing them. So recently, President Musk posted on Twitter, consistent with President Trump's instructions, all federal employees will shortly receive an email requesting to understand what they got done last week. Failure to respond will be taken as a resignation. So Josh Marshall writes, I have now seen 3 separate copies of this email sent to federal employees in 3 separate federal agencies/departments that are all identical. In one of those cases, it is to an agency where all but a literal handful of employees have been under a stop work order for more than a week. The emails have the subject line, "What did you do last week?" followed by an urgent response red emoji exclamation point. They then ask the employee to send an email with approximately 5 bullet points of what you accomplished last week. That is followed somewhat offhandedly by a reminder not to send any classified information. It then references a deadline of Monday at 11:59 p.m., so the very end of the day. Contrary to Musk's post, it makes no reference to a failure to respond equating to resignation. It should go without saying that that claim is bogus. Musk has already fired most probationary employees across the federal government, often falsely claiming the terminations were for poor performance when the employees' records show only strong performance reviews. That is something. So he's got to find a way to justify himself. He's got to work backwards from his conclusions that federal employees are bad and the federal government is bad, and he's got to trim the workforce, and he's saying, oh, I just did it because they had bad performances. No, you didn't, you liar. They were doing just fine. They were doing just fine before you stepped in. You started ruining things, Mr. Unelected President. The email comes from hr@opm.gov, the workaround/homebrewish email system. Doge stood up on one day to have a way to email all federal employees over the heads of supervisors, managers, agency heads, and department secretaries. The full email reads as follows. What did you do last week? Please reply to this email with approximately 5 bullets of what you accomplished last week and CC your manager. Please do not send any classified information, links, or attachments. I like how it says 5 bullets. It didn't say 5 bullet points. It shows it might have been hastily written. I hope they're not going to fire off 5 bullets from a gun that explain what they got done last week, because I would hate for there to be violence like that. But yeah, this is Elon Musk, Trump, modus operandi, you could say. Sending out emails, heckling federal employees, making backhanded comments about, don't share classified information. What do you think of this? What do you think of Elon's way of running the federal government? Obviously, his way is the less preferred way because he's not even elected in the first place. It's anti-democratic. And he thinks that he can actually, he purports to stand for the will of the people because people voted for Trump and Trump campaigned on shrinking the size of the federal government. But at the same time, Congress creates these administrative agencies. These federal employees exist as a result of Congress's bills they passed that create the federal agencies. So you're going after the will of the people who elected the members of Congress who created these agencies, President Musk. Firing these people, it's totally inappropriate. Lying about the reason that you fired them, also completely inappropriate and only serves to add insult to injury. And I know some people who are graduating law school who are going to be attorneys for the federal government, or I should say were going to be attorneys for the federal government, but they lost their job offer as a result of Trump taking office. Elections have consequences. They can literally strip people of their jobs. Trump got my fellow law school graduates kicked out of their job. They had to revoke the job offer. It's insane. And it's like, yeah, better be careful next election, next time it rolls around. There are stories, by the way, of Trump voters who got fired from their federal government jobs. And I can only imagine they feel extremely betrayed, and their blood is probably boiling with the richest person on the planet being in there, firing people, bossing people around, bullying them over email. Despicable. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, please like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Morris the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.